Hey guys, welcome to another episode of eCom Life. I'm John.
I'm Brian.
Glad to have you guys. So before we get
this.
started, guys, we really are trying to grow this channel where we spend a lot of time giving out, I believe, super valuable information on POD, eCom, and just different topics. If you could please just subscribe and like this video, that would be amazing. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Also, just a little plug here. We are launching a video training series on how we did over $5 million in POD sales in less than 18 months. If you go to goquadra.com, you'll have a sign up there for it. And also, goquadra.com is a place where whenever we have any kind of training, it'll be our most up-to-date training. So make sure you check that out, okay? Awesome. I'm really excited about this topic today.
Yeah, it's cool.
So everyone knows, my kids do it too. Every summer or when school's out, whenever, kids are always trying to earn money. Do your kids try to earn money?
They do.
Mine
My son
do.
Hayden,
Yeah.
he's wanting to do anything and everything to make a few bucks,
Yeah. And I always feel bad for those kids that are selling lemonade stands. I mean, it's fun, it's cute. And I always I'm always tempted to give them like marketing advice. You got to go where the traffic is, Like I'll just on a tangent. The smartest lemonade stand I ever saw was I was golfing there by my house, and these kids went right up to where the golf course was, and they set up lemonade, soda. I'm like, yeah, that's where
So as you're coming
that's
by,
where the demand is. You're out in the golf course. Where if you're driving by, usually,
you got to stop.
So anyway, that's a little marketing advice for all you lemonade standers out there.
Yeah.
But anyway, it got us thinking about, with our kids wanting to earn money, what are some creative ways that kids can earn money online? Okay, because it's not just about working really hard and being out in the sun, right? We were talking about this before the show. It's about working smart, right? And not only that, but learning how to do an online business is really going to teach them super valuable skills like management, organization, problem solving, right?
I would say one too that we hadn't really talked about. I think patience.
Patience.
'Cause I think we live in a world where everything has to be instant gratification. And if you start a lemonade stand, you might make $10 in a day. You might make some quick money, but it's not something that you're going to do for the rest of your life. It's not a skill that you're really learning that you're going to really use later.
Exactly. And so why not build a skill and make some money at the same time as a kid?
Yeah.
And so you can learn that as well. But, it also helps in the character development. It takes character, as you know, to start and run a business. And so it's just a fun thing that you can do with your kids, It also teaches them about money, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so kids sometimes don't value money because they don't know how hard it is to earn money. And so this is a great way to do it, obviously online. And so we've come up with 3 killer ideas for making money online for kids. Any kid can do this, honestly, and you can make some serious money doing this, okay? So, in fact, I'm going to put this into practice. I know I've talked to my kids about these things, but challenge my kids to do some of this stuff as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so number 1 is pretty obvious, right? It's our love, our passion, is POD, right? Turn their art into POD. Okay, so some of your kids out there I know are really super talented when it comes to art, graphics. Even, it doesn't have to be a teenager that knows graphic design. It could be a kid that just does really cool freehand art. Like my daughter Millie, she's 13. She's an incredible freehand artist,
That's cool.
And so being able to use that creativity, and that's the other cool thing too, right? Is using something you love to make money, teaching them that. And so if your kid loves to draw, you can do print-on-demand products. And so the way it would work is, you would have to digitize it. You could, and this is maybe where you could speak to this, but you could take a picture of it.
It's not hard.
It's not hard, right? But you just make a digital copy of that art.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you would use either the Quadra marketplace app and to put it on product, or there's a bunch of other POD apps, and then you would upload it to like a mug or a shirt or an ornament, Christmas ornament with Christmas coming up. Imagine making Christmas ornaments with an original design, right? And then from there, I think the easiest thing, I was talking to Lindy about this. She told me she's going to do it. So We got you on record on the podcast here,
Yes,
Wendy.
that's right.
But the easiest thing to do from there is just to open an Etsy store.
Yeah.
Open an Etsy store, and then start putting your print-on-demand products on there. Okay, and so think about the things. What are the things your kids are going to learn through that process?
I not only what they're going to learn. There's another thing I wanted to say as well.
Oh, okay, sure.
We always talk about niching, right?
Yeah.
Cross niching and delving into something that you enjoy and that you know. Well, for the most part, we kind of stick to adults, older people, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think this is something that is an underserved market, right? Your kids might be playing a video game that they really enjoy.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Or like type of movie that they like, or things like that. That aren't really mainstream, or might be mainstream for the youth, but not for adults. And so they can get on and now start niching down on something on Etsy that nobody else is really doing.
Dude, that's a huge
you know?
point. Like,
go
ahead.
No, you're good. You could easily make good money doing that. Something that I wouldn't even think of, right? I'm not sitting there playing the same games as them, or have the same type of memes or terms or sayings that are going around, you know?
That's so true. In fact, my kids, they love playing Roblox, you know? And there's so many ideas there on products that they could do. And also they could even, you know, and again, I don't know how that ecosystem works as far as like referring links out. I'll just preface it with that.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to, they could even tell people on Roblox, hey, I have this Etsy store. If you want to see this shirt that I have on the digital version, I have it on my store.
Yeah.
And
so, by no means are we saying copy,
yeah,
do copyrighted stuff.
No, of course not.
Make it your own and find memes or sayings that are really big in the community or whatever and make it your own, you know? Exactly.
And so that's huge. And so I personally think for any kid can do this. They don't have to be an expert designer. It's just a matter of learning how to do POD, how to upload designs. And again, if you go to goquadra.com, we have a whole training. That's what we do, is we show you how to start a POD business.
Yeah.
So if you haven't registered for that training, and then you can watch it with your kids, and it'll give you the strategies you need to start it out.
I say all the time, like, I'm just like, man, if I would have known this stuff and I would have had it in high school.
Can you imagine?
Oh, man.
So
I wouldn't have been working at Jake Shakes and Taco Maker.
I was working Arctic Circle. I was working these dumb jobs. And look, there's nothing wrong with working those jobs, because you learn. Any job is going to teach you stuff.
Yeah, I learned from what I did.
But learning how to monetize your creativity, which is our mission at Quadra, is to help people monetize their creativity. That's going to inspire your children to do something really cool with their time and their creativity. So
I really wished I knew that. You know,
I know, right?
How to monetize it.
Oh man! Well, when I was around, the internet wasn't even a thing. Yeah. So I was back in the dark ages. I guess I could have printed it and sold it door to door or something.
You could have gone to shows and stuff.
Yep. So that's number one. Number two is actually I'm really excited about. I'm almost a little nervous to tell y'all about it because I want my kids to do it. I want to keep this to myself.
I think there's enough of them to go around.
Yeah, you're right. But guys, this is a huge opportunity for kids. And of course, you can help your kids with this as well. But number two is huge. It's creating a POD product business for the school, okay? Yeah. And so every elementary school, middle school, high schools, okay? All of them need swag. All of them need products that have the school logos on it, okay? The problem is a lot of times for the school is keeping up with inventory, keeping up with, when they need to order, they have to buy in volume. But with print on demand, you don't need to do that. So here's a very simple business that you could do is you could approach your school and create a very simple Shopify site, get their permission, say, hey, we can create this store, we can put products on ornaments. So for example, on Quadra, we have awesome ornaments. Yeah. Ornaments, canvases, T-shirts, right? All these swag, mugs,
signs,
stuff that the school has not even dreamed of. And then that way, they don't need to buy the inventory up front. They can just tell people to go to their site that you're going to build for them. You're going to get a portion of sales when they buy, and everyone's happy. What do you think of that idea?
Dude, I think that's such a great idea. And you were saying at the beginning, help your kids with this, like, if you want to, but I would say help your kids with this. Like,
exactly.
You're teaching your kids a skill that they can use the rest of their life.
Oh yeah.
This is huge, and it's not that complicated. Like, you just laid it out, literally.
That's how
we've got Logan High right next door. I can literally walk over there today and get a contract.
Well, the other thing too, it's not just like the school. You could do like dance school. So I know you just dropped your daughter off to dance.
Yeah.
You could go to the dance school and say, "Hey, I noticed we don't do T-shirts, we don't do mugs, we don't do
baseball teams.
Go
to the Pony League. And
there's a POD company that just launched like different balls that you can print on the ball.
Yeah.
And so think about that. Like
I never thought about that.
Yeah, you don't have to do
pony leagues.
Yeah, pony leagues or whatever. Like a horse riding. There's people that take horse lessons. There's all these. It doesn't have to be like
clubs,
local
like
clubs.
Woodturners Club or the biker club. Or,
your kid could literally go to their dance class and talk to their dance teacher and say, "Hey, I know." Again.
All they have to do is learn the skill to set up a website.
And it's easy with Shopify.
Connect it and start doing it.
Exactly.
You could do 10, 20 different clubs with websites. And then every time, I almost view it kind of like real estate.
Yeah, exactly. You own the real estate. It's
exactly like it. You're literally going and making a contract with a group, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying, I own the space.
Uh-huh.
You just bring the people there and we'll split the profits.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Guys.
And it's just continuous. They're the ones marketing for you.
I know, guys. I'm telling you, this is a huge idea. You can do it one or two ways where you own the website. You say, hey, I'll handle the website. I'll set it up, everything. Or what you could do, and this is another thing your kid could do, is you could sell the website to the school, either the traditional high school or the dance school, and you can sell it to them, and then you put your products on there, and anytime it sells, guess what, guys? You're making money. That's a huge one, and all your kids are in some kind of school. Even if you homeschool, a lot of you are in like co-ops or different things. You could even do a co-op.
Yeah,
banner.
People are passionate about their clubs.
Exactly.
That's such a good idea. Not
Come
just
on,
schools,
guys.
That one is
right, Lindy.
That one's a really. I would say on POD that's probably.
No one's
fast,
doing this.
Quick.
Like I'm about to go do it myself. Like if I had the time, I should get my kids to do it. Oh, I keep knocking the table here. It's one of those. It's just right there, guys. No one's doing it, and it's an easy way to make money.
And all it takes is hustle.
All it takes is hustle and a little bit of knowledge.
You might go into the school and they might tell you no, right? What does that mean?
Yeah,
it means you get to ask again.
Yeah,
that's freaking amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
That is so cool.
So anyway, of course, there's some nuances. You're gonna have to learn Shopify.
And you might not get sales immediately. It's gonna take some time to get it built.
But it's such an easy sale to do that.
I'd say it's more front end work.
More front end work.
You're taking more time up front to get it built, but it's like any real estate empire, you don't expect to go invest in a house and get your return on your money overnight. It's a long-term investment, That's so smart.
Awesome. Well, so that's number 2. We got one more for you. This one's not so much a job as a skill that will pay off in the end.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about it, but number 3 is becoming a coder. My son is really into coding. Yeah. Like, he's 11 years old. Like I said, they play Roblox. And it's amazing, dude. You watch, like, Roblox. They have this software that lets you build your own world. Yeah. But within that, you also learn some basic scripting. So just by nature, just for them... here's some bad advice, parents. Go tell your kids to play Roblox. No, but truthfully, and Minecraft's another one where you're learning coding while playing a video game. I'm a little radical where I said I'm okay with my kids playing video games like that so they can learn. I don't care if they spend an hour or two doing that. They're having fun doing it. But there's also a whole list of places where during the summer especially they can learn how to code. So there's Coder Kids, there's Khan Academy, there's CodeMonkey.com, CodeCombat.com, and we'll also put these in the show description. But guys, being a coder, I don't think I need to tell you. It's one of those skills that is going to elevate your kid. They'll always have a job.
Yeah,
they'll
it's never be searching for work.
That's the way the world is. And the cool thing is they can learn now. I'll just share this. One of our developers here, he started coding when he was 12, 13 years old, and he's a younger guy. He works for our company, and he learned just by doing this. Now he has a good paying job, and he'll never be unemployed because you'll always have a job. And so, I would highly recommend you as parents, if you see that your kids have an acumen for that, And you can
sign them up for courses and classes.
Sign them up for courses and get them excited about that. And you'll know when that is, if they're into like
my son's huge into that stuff. We were just the other day we were sitting there playing a game. Can't remember the name of it. Phoenix something Rising. It's kind of like Zelda Breath of the Wild. I really like those open world games. You know? And we were playing that, and my son goes, "I wonder how they built this. I really want to know how they built it and how they did it." You know. And that's coding, man. Like, that is so cool. And so we've actually had him in a couple coding classes, and he's learning how to do that because that's what he really loves, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. So those are the 3 ideas, but as I'm sitting here,
it's stable. It's so stable.
So stable. But think about it, man. Like, we're always looking for stuff to do with our family, and it's so important for us to be present with our kids, you know? Like, that's something that it's taken me, you know, I'm sometimes ashamed to admit, it's something that I've had to learn, like being actual present with our kids.
Yeah.
And it's hard sometimes to come up with those things. And so if you can make this a business, not only your kid does it, you can do with your child, you're going to create a connection with them. They're going to learn a skill that's going to be valuable.
Yeah.
And who knows, there are going to be some kids that are going to take this advice and make a lot of money. You know, there's kids out there that are doing POD and making a lot of money.
My dad actually went with me for my first sell when I was doing... So I started my business making leather book covers out of my dad's upstairs.
Yeah.
And he went with me for my first sell when I went to the BYU bookstore to sell it.
That's awesome.
And that's a cool experience. I always remember that and what he taught me, because my dad's been in sales for I don't know, like 40 years, you know, and so the stuff that he taught me and how to sell to somebody, I've taken it with me. It's what's grown my business. It's what's made me who I am today, you know.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to look back on that and have that experience with my dad, you know.
Yeah, I agree. So awesome. And again, guys, the 3 are print on demand with an Etsy store. That's, I think every kid, every family should do that. It's automated money. Like, if you're not doing it right now, you're just not making
I wonder how many
money.
of you out there are sitting there saying, you know what, we should go buy a rental property or an Airbnb or whatever. Well, you've got an Etsy store. Like, that's another way to do an Airbnb without having a huge down payment.
Yeah.
And then having to pay a mortgage
And
cost.
it's something the family can do. Number 2, approach schools, clubs, different kinds of schools like dance, and create a POD business for them. They want swag, guys. They want to be able to create a community with product.
Well, not only do they want swag. Sorry, I'm just getting back on this.
No, you're good.
Not only do they want swag, but all of the parents of the kids at that school want swag. The teachers want swag. You go to those clubs, you know, everyone in the club wants swag. Their family members want swag. You know, it's like, it's an identity thing of who they are, you know? Like, it's so freaking awesome.
Yeah. And then number 3, learn coding. That's something that every kid, I think, should learn, but especially if your kid is showing affinity for, you know, technology and coding, you'll know that would be good stuff. And then there's all sorts of careers that come with that. They can become game designers. They can software engineers, data scientists, blockchain developers, which of course we're huge on. Okay.
One thing that I like about this too is it's work at your own pace on all 3 of these. Like, it's not like your kid has to jump on there and start learning coding and have it all known within a month, right? It's a skill that they're learning. Same thing with the schools. You don't have to go hit 1 million schools. You can go out, reach out to one, learn from your experience, you know, take a couple hours a week on it. It's not something that you have to invest a whole bunch of time or money into. You know?
I agree. And I just want to share a couple of stats on number 3, coding. Lindy, you got these for us. These are awesome. I just noticed them right now. Coding jobs are expected to grow faster than an average of 13% through 2026, which is huge.
That is huge.
This is a big one right here. The median average salary for coders is twice the average occupation. So, you know,
right now the average family in America is at what, $60,000 a year?
Like, you become a coder, you're
$120,000
you're making 6 figures. Kids can learn the basic coding principles as early as 5 years old. That's crazy. Okay.
That is cool.
So again, guys, we want to make sure that you understand the benefits of doing this, and it's something that doesn't have to take a lot of work. It doesn't have to be complicated. Okay. And so tell us in the comments which one do you think is the most exciting? I think number 2 is most exciting.
2 is super exciting for me.
But let us know in the comments if you guys think number 2 is exciting. maybe we will do a training on that and show you how to do that.
Yeah.
I do have some contacts that are doing that, and they make some good money. Maybe we can get them on and talk about it. But let us know in the comments. And then also, if you want to learn more about print on demand, make sure you go to goquadra.com. We'll have the most up-to-date training where you can learn the business of print on demand. And make sure again to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Thank you guys. Bye. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, could you do me a huge favor and like this video? Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got tons of great content there. And if you want to connect with us on social media, check out the links in the description. And we look forward to seeing you there.